Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are and whatever time it is. I hope you are having a good one. Welcome back to House Flipper 2 with Rash Decision. If you enjoy this type of content, please leave me a like, subscribe, and maybe even a comment to let me know. Enjoy the video. My beautiful audience, welcome back to another Mod Review Monday. I came very close today. I came very close to making this a mod showcase for the mod I'm going to put up, but I'm actually going to wait on it a bit and come back to it later, maybe like in the next couple of weeks, so I can look at it with fresh eyes, make sure it's up to the snuff that I want it to be before I put it out there. It's a small one, but it is the first one I've fully completed. But either way, so today we are looking at another one from Chelsea. Congratulations. I've actually been silently avoiding looking at the same creator too many times, so I might come back to, like, I saw there was one from Midas in there and it looked really good. It was a modern style again. I might come back to that one. Unfortunately it won't be in a mod review. I might do it as like an extra episode. I'm not overly sure how I'm going to do that, if I'm going to have the time to, but I may come back to Midas a little bit later because I've already done a couple of his very recently. So if I see another one pop up, I will try to avoid it. But if I can't, or if there's just not another one that really suits me, I'm going to probably do that. But anyway, this one is from Chelsea. This will be the second one I've done of Chelsea's in a very short period. I think I did last week's. Was it last week's? I'm not exactly certain. I don't remember too awful clearly, but I think it was last week's. I did Chelsea's little dream home out on the beach, and this one looks like it was a sanctioned, I guess is the best way to put it, because I don't want to say commissioned unless there was money involved, but it looks like it was a sanctioned more modern farmhouse style build for Ashley, whoever that is, maybe a friend, maybe a family friend. I'm not quite sure, because I do actually have friends that ask me to build them stuff in this game as well. And a lot of times those builds actually, those piecemeal parts, like for kitchens, I have a friend that watches me that I allow her to just kind of rate what I'm doing with the kitchen. And she actually has told me on a couple of occasions that I need to stop building her dream kitchens. So I understand it. I 100% get it. So this was a build for Ashley from Chelsea. 4-bedroom, 5-bathroom, modern farmhouse. And I had to look at a few of the pictures when I was looking at it in the community tab. It has very much a modular feel to it. It looks and feels a lot like the modular builds that like Clayton Homes does. Clayton Homes specifically I want to call out because this has a lot of those same kind of features and aesthetics, I should say. It has a very contemporary, traditional aesthetic, and I know those are two different types, but you'll see what I mean when we get in here. It has a very traditional feel with a contemporary modern look. So let's go ahead and we'll get in. Let's have a look here. And I do apologize, I've not really been getting a lot of the mod jobs. I did see one that interested me, but it lost out on the coin flip, so I do apologize to that creator. I won't say who it was, but just know that if I ever see a mod somewhere and I don't play it, it's not because I don't like it, it's just because I only have time to do one of these a week. And there may be more of these coming out per week. It looks like we start out the backyard here, so we'll get to talking about here in just a moment. I may get to doing more of these per week if time allows, but I do have a small child as well as a brand new job. There's a lot that's going on with me in the real world, and I hope nobody takes it personally that I don't review their particular mod. If you want me to review your mod, I will be more than happy to. Leave a comment, leave me a message, anything. Send me an email if you want to. Get something in front of me. If you want me to review a mod anywhere, I am happy to do so. I don't care what mod it is, and I will give you an honest, unbiased answer. So let's have a look here. The first thing I'm noticing, the lattice, I guess it would really be a lattice, but it's like a slat fence, I guess is the best way to put it. And we've got like the hedge kind of poking through. Very clever, very clever. I do like this because I know that when you're doing like the edit property, it gives you a lot more options for like moving some objects into other objects. So this is probably just like a hedge fence that's been placed superimposed on top of this slat fence. And of course we have a nice little bit of vegetation here. I always love doing decorating the roots of trees like this, putting like little flowers and things. I don't like it when the tree just goes straight into the ground. Like I know that that actually does happen with like birch and that sort of thing, but I don't like the look of it, and that's just mostly because of where I come from. I come from an area that has like a lot of ash and a lot of oak and a lot of elm that have these sprawling big roots. So let's see. We have the Virginia creeper here. Got a little bit of a few bushes here. Looks like it was trying to be maybe a gate at one point, and then maybe got overgrown. I'm not quite sure. Let's see. Oh no, it looks like it may have just been a break for just show off some extra stuff here. And I see like the little handmade garden here with the little planter boxes. I do like this. This is a really nice touch. I do like that. Really, really do. Got a sandbox, a couple of toys in it, some Virginia creeper, and a couple of plants kind of floating around. Let's see. Nice little table here. Kind of like taking in a little bit of everything. Nice little playground. Everything has some kind of little feature here or there to make it look like it's been there for a while. And that is an excellent touch. I do like that. The only thing I would have recommended, and this is a stupid little touch, but I never see it. I'm gonna go ahead and say it. Add like some dirt tracks underneath where the swings come down, make it look like they've been used recently. A little dirt spot, like right here at the bottom of the slide, that sort of thing. Nothing really major. It doesn't have to be major. It's just I never see that, and I would love to see like some wear and tear kind of eke into a few different places. Got the fence coming all the way around. This is a full fence backyard, no gate, no access from the. Oh no! Wait. No, okay, yeah. These are not gates. I thought they were for a moment there. It would have been nice to see a gate come back here directly, mostly because when you have situations like this with this full fenced-in backyard, it is nice to have at least a secondary entry that doesn't require you going through the house, especially when there's a pool, that kind of thing. I know that you can end up tracking a lot of like dirt and mud, that kind of thing. Oh my goodness. This is brilliant. Using the lava texture to simulate hot coals. Does this... I'm going to have to come back out here after it turns dark to see if this actually glows properly. Got some burgers, got some hot dogs, a couple glasses, some chips, drinks. Really got it going on out here. And I do like the idea of putting the grill inside of the cabinets here. I'm not sure about the fridge. I know that there are some refrigerators that are supposed to be like used outside and are supposed to be like fully water resistant and everything, but I've never felt easy about doing that myself. I would have rather personally just seen like a cooler or something kind of brought out here from inside. Let's see. Got the lights in the pool. Nothing on the bottom of the pool. I'm actually kind of disappointed. I saw something in the pictures that I saw on the community tab where it looked like there was something at the bottom of the pool. Maybe I'm thinking of a different one that I'm just confusing with this one. Got the nice, looks like an outdoor rug underneath the picnic table here. Nice patio table with a... Oh, I can't turn that on? Ah, that's annoying. I turn this on. Yes, I can. Outdoor fireplace right there. Let's get it done. So we have like kind of like a breezeway where you can see all the way through the house right here. It's kind of like a pseudo breezeway because it's actually the living room. Let's go in the side door instead. Kind of have a look at what kind of flanks our yard here. And of course, we have a wonderful. Oh, it is a really nice, actually, garage here. It's a really nice garage. So I saw it from this angle when I was looking at it on the community hub, which I don't know why the community and the view inside of your mods actually shows different pictures. No idea why, but I figured it was a garage when I looked at it from like this angle. I just didn't see where the doors were, so it looks like they're on this side. We'll go through that door here in just a moment. So yeah, just like I thought, a little bit of yard right here, nothing really special, just a couple of little extra things here and there to make it complete more or less. Got a side. Wow, it's a really fancy side door. So developers, if you're watching, when is the farm DLC going to be for 2? We got a date on that? Are we gonna be working on that? Or anyway, so let's go ahead and we'll go inside this side door right here because I have a feeling, yes, this goes right into the garage as well. I do like having multiple options to go into a room, especially when it looks like this actually is just more like a mud room. Especially when you have a house as a closed plan like this, having multiple options to get to a place is a great idea always. So here we have those nice little cube shelves with a couple of wicker baskets kind of slid in to act as drawers, and the whole thing acts like a shoe cabinet. A couple backpacks off to the sides, a purse, some coats, that kind of thing, mirror. So they've got like a custom build for what is effectively a shoe bench, as well as like a small dressing area right here, like a few accessories. Again, this is just a standard mud room, what you would say. So I'm guessing they probably just pulled this image off of Google Images. It's the only problem I have with the way that this game interpolates images. When it stretches them, or if it has to use like a forced aspect ratio, it always pixelates them. It always compresses the absolute hell out of them, and I don't know why. It's why I don't use a lot of them myself, mostly because if I do, it's going to be like really, really, really high resolution. So of course we have the keys. Have a nice little desk right here. It's an interesting place for it. I can imagine like doing like some quick work right here, trying to like look up a map or something before you head out. But I'll be honest, I'm not really keen on the idea of keeping a computer right there. Maybe that's because of what I do as an IT professional, but it makes me a little bit nervous. Somebody could just come in and grab it and walk right back out. But anyway, so this is kind of what I meant by the traditional contemporary. We have a lot of grays, blacks, really bright whites, and then splashes of color here and there. But this is also, again, where we would really benefit from having like a few more splashes in color. So let's have a look here. We've got a couple things here. Looks like, yeah, okay, I see. So yeah, let's actually go and grab just like a really light, simple color. Driftwood's looking pretty good. So if we grab the driftwood and then leave the rest of it the same, do the handles, details, that's gonna make, man, that's kind of, I don't like that, but it's okay. Actually, you know what? Let's go ahead and do the white. Make it like that. Give it just that little bit of extra color. This room actually brightened up quite a bit just from doing that. So if I do the chairs as well, I just grab these chairs and do them in driftwood. Of course, driftwood, I'm using that one because it's a very muted, very desaturated. But you could do the same thing with, if I did like, for example, like the polished wood and made it just like a little bit darker, that one would work as well. It doesn't work, it doesn't pop quite as much. So let's actually try to go into like one of the reds. Let's see, like that right there. Like a bleached red. That would also work. But we're gonna make it driftwood just so I can show you what I mean. Yeah, just because it's contemporary doesn't mean you can't add just a little bit extra color to it. See, that right there, that encompasses the whole room a little bit better because you have the grays and the beiges in here that are being encompassed in this wood, and so it all kind of ties together a little bit better. And all I didn't change anything about their furniture. If you just weren't watching and just happened to look over at your video right now, I didn't change their furniture. All I did was change the textures on the furniture. That's really all I did. So actually, I'm going to do it again. And for the base, I'm going to hit driftwood, and for the top, I'm going to hit this ceramic. That way it matches that right there. And we'll actually go ahead and we'll do white on these chairs just to give it that extra little bit. And developer, please, if you are watching, Chelsea, if you are watching, don't misunderstand what I'm doing here. I'm not saying you did anything wrong. It was great. It was awesome. Please don't misunderstand. All I'm saying here is that you can improve if you just make that second pass and just think again about the coloration and the color use that you have elsewhere in the room. The way that it was previously, It's your style, and I recognize it immediately as your style, and I wouldn't ask you to change it for the world. But, and I really have to tread on eggshells with that but, because I don't want it to sound like I'm being critical, but absolutely, just take that second pass, take into consideration what your other colors are, because you do have a warm light over here. You have your greens, your natural shades, and then over here you had these pictures that had a lot of beiges and a lot of browns to them. So adding like the extra little bits of beige and brown to the wood in the centerpiece of the room tied it together a little bit better. Instead of being splashes of color with just this drab gray everywhere else, now we have these splashes of color, and the gray is actually accenting them because it's acting as a neutral agent to the coloration that's already there. So we'll go ahead and we'll continue forward, because in here, I did spot that you did it already in here with this table and these chairs. So you have like these warm colors, and you have like these warm colors over here. So you made it a warm wood. This is an excellent example. That's why I didn't come in here after I saw out of the corner of my eye what was in here. I just wanted to show what the difference is if you didn't do that, whereas you had it previously, versus how it looks if you do. So always make sure that your composition is harmonizing throughout. It doesn't have to... The lights are doing that stupid shit again. Do you see this? Anyway, this right here is also a great example because you're using these stark white cabinets that just have like the little bit of texture to them. Just that little bit of variance in color, how it has like these really blanched colors that are sitting on top of the white that gives it kind of a wood grain effect. And then you have this deep, heavy wood grain for the countertops. Absolutely wonderful. Absolutely freaking wonderful. I love this. I love this so much. Everything about this is awesome. So you've got like the hood up here kind of wedged into the wall to act like part of the wall. That's awesome. You have like this three-dimensional plank that's making this wall larger for the lip. That's awesome. Everything about this room is awesome. I love this kitchen. Absolutely love this kitchen. I would use this kitchen in the real world. The only thing I don't like is the sink where it is, but that's because I have a preference against corridor kitchens. I love this kitchen more than I can express in a single video, more than I can express without a camera. Like if I could really show you my face right now, I love this kitchen. I really honestly do. I really love it. And of course, it comes in right from the front door. So you come in the front door, you look to your left, you have this big, open, lovely country kitchen. This is the epitome of what it means to design for traditional contemporary, where you have these traditional elements, the things that you expect to find, like these chairs, like this island, like the way that this refrigerator sits inside of the wall and actually just follows the wall all the way around. But it has these contemporary design aesthetic, design language, I guess is the better way to put it. This design language that says contemporary, but this... I can't even say it even further. I love this. I genuinely love this kitchen. I really, really do. There was a lot of work and thought put into this kitchen, how it was built. Of course, we have the stairs going up. We will come back to those. We're here in this faux breezeway, and I see out here on the front porch, we have the quintessential country front porch, where where we have the rocking chairs, and of course, this is actually the same end table setup that I used on the Son of a Beach cabin, the flip that I did. Same exact setup. Something about it, you know, there's just something about having rocking chairs on the front porch. I really like it. I really do. If I showed this house to my grandmother right now, which, by the way, I want to point out, I'm in my mid-30s. My grandmother is almost 90 years old and still works full-time. I don't understand how she does it. She could probably outrun me and eats better than the rest of them. I'm really serious. But if I showed her this house, she would genuinely love it. Like this is actually a picture of what the front of her house looks somewhat like. Obviously not the same because she has a very old house. but this is very much what in front of her house looks like. The big, open, wide front porch has a porch wing off to the porch swing. I'm sorry, off to the side. Has the rocking chairs with the table between them. You could sit out there and just. I'll be honest with you. While she isn't home a couple of times, me and my cousin have gone up there and actually had a bourbon up on the rocking chairs, watching the cars go by. I mean, it's very, very there's just something about it. There really is. There really is. Um, let's see. Very whimsical. That's a good way to put it. It's very whimsical. Has a whimsical feeling to it. Have the full, big, full. Oh man, look at this flue. All full brick, all the way across. Encompasses. Doesn't just stop at the edge. Fully encompasses the fireplace. It looks like it actually goes through the fireplace. Is honestly what it looks like. Yeah, because there's only a little bit of fire sticking through there, and I can see some of it actually poking through. But that's okay. That's perfectly fine. For what you've done here, that's actually a great way of doing it. The only thing I would have recommended is actually just tearing out the piece of wall right here, so give it a little bit more depth and dimension. But everything else here is exactly how I would have done it. I mean, absolutely exactly. I love these chairs also. These chairs right here, I want to buy these chairs in the real world, but I can't find them anywhere. Or at least nowhere that won't sell them to me for less than like $1,000 each. But I love these chairs. I want one. I would have gone for a different, I think that's like the knitted, like the crochet texture. I would have gone for something a little bit less loud. Well, that's a lot louder. So there's the poplin. But I've sat in poplin chairs before. They're not great. There's burlap. That'd be really itchy and scratchy. Even this right here, like the rib knit fabric, because this is what she had, the knitted fabric. Yeah, alligator leather. Okay, you got the leather and the other leather. Honestly, I'd have gone with suede. Like I know I overuse suede myself, and you're probably yelling at your screen right now. I was like, Rash, you use suede too much. Honestly, I do, but I love how clean it looks. You know what? I'm actually going to revert this one just so I can show you, because I'm not going to save this anyway, so who cares? But yeah, look at this. It has such a much cleaner look to it. Don't get me wrong, this looks comfy as hell. I mean, absolutely, I'd plop my ass in this any day. But yeah, it just has such a much cleaner look to it. So much cleaner. So much cleaner. And of course, over here we have the knitted as well. Yeah, big fluffy comfy couch like that with a knitted, you'd sink right into that. You would sink right into that and you would not get up. And I mean it, you wouldn't be able to get up physically. It would just eat you. It's yeah, got like the lived in elements, got like a few little things here and there. I've noticed a lot of flowers in the pictures, a lot of plants and flowers. That's actually a wonderful thing. Because it aids, because the white and the black, the contemporary elements of the design are so harsh, having those pastels and those lighter colors, the brasses, the bronze, the yellows, the greens, blues, everything here, it adds so much and it makes everything pop just that little bit. Be honest with you, right here, the rug is what I would change in here if I were to modify anything. So if we go into, so I noticed that you have a modifiable rug. That's actually pretty cool. But anyway, if I go in here, actually right there, that might not be bad. Let's go ahead and grab this color. Oh no, that's not what I thought it was. What would happen there? There it is. Okay. So let's see. We had some pastels. Let's start with the pastel. And then let's go with something like that. There we go. Yeah, even though it's just a very, very slight shift in the color, all I did was went to like a couple of pastel colors that really make it look like it was like a painted rug almost. It matches the color palette of the pictures so well that it just works without making too much of a difference. Let's go in here. I didn't see what was in here. Probably, yeah, here we go. Well, we've got a bedroom here. So I'm guessing bathroom. Yes. I was about to say the bedroom's awful far from the bathroom. Now, the other thing, actually, let me ask a question. Oh. That's interesting. Huh. Anyway. So the one thing I noticed is that out here, let's see, maybe I missed it. I'm thinking it's probably going to be like, yeah, here we go. Nice little half bath. Oh, no, this is a full bath. Got a little shower right there. Okay, okay. Not sure about the shower being that close to the door, but it is what it is. So I did actually miss a couple of rooms here. What? This is a half bath. That's a full bath. What is the... I apologize. I'm a little bit confused. What is the purpose of this bathroom? There's not a bedroom nearby. And for the use of this like living room, there's not living room. There's the use of this dining room as well as the kitchen. There's this little half bath right here. Oh, I apologize. I'm a little bit confused about that, but absolutely wonderful use of space there, because I was worried that there wasn't a bathroom over here on this side of the building, but there is. There's actually two of them right here. So the only thing I could figure is that bathroom is meant for use with the pool, because it does have that shower that's like right there inside the door, as well as the laundry situation. So yeah, I can absolutely see that if somebody were to be like out here in the pool, they get out of the pool, you need to take a shower out of the pool so the chlorine doesn't dry out your skin, and you come in here and you need to take a shower just right there. Absolutely. So I can absolutely see that. Problem I would have with that is that it's not being used for most of the year, especially in the winter. You'd have to winterize it, I imagine, unless you have just like a lot of people coming through all the time. But anyway, let's go back into the bedroom where I kind of left off here. So of course we have the TV up here in the bedroom, and what's going on with this line? Huh? Game? Hello? Oh, it just persists. Maybe it's from that? There's no... No, whatever. Who cares? But anyway, yeah, in here we actually have this this gray wood that's being used. This very, very desaturated wood. I'm actually a fan of it. I'm actually not, I don't have a problem with it. And the reason I don't have a problem with it is primarily because there's so much going on here. There's enough visual intrigue of the items that are physically here that you don't need to create additional Oh, I like that. Using the pillow stuffed down inside of the bed to make it look like a small pillow. That's clever. I like that. I like that. Okay. Yeah, there's enough visual intrigue in this room that it doesn't matter. And I see right here using the technique I've used a couple of times with the varying heights to make the... and I'm guessing if we turn off this one, there we go. Oh, that's amazing. I do like that. I really do. Getting washed out and behind here, though. How bright are those set to? Down to 30. It's probably just the game engine freaking out then, because it is a white wall. It is what it is. Not really much else you could do with it. So, yeah, there's enough visual intrigue, and the floor in here has enough of depth to it that it doesn't really need much else. So, I'm okay with this. This is perfectly fine. Absolutely. Got the nice big window sitting right here in front of the bathtub. I'm going to tell you something. You best hope there is no peeping Toms in this neighborhood. I mean, I'm dead serious. You better hope there are none. None. But anyway, got the nice big walk-in shower here. Slides open, step in, have your good old shower. I like this double sink. Have the varying height using the sink. I'm sorry, the bathroom sinks, and then have the kitchen cabinet right here in the center to create the varying height. That's a pretty good idea. I really like that. Of course, got the shelves with a couple of extra things here, and a nice little candle up top. Excellent work. I like this composition. Got the difference in height. Got the visual intrigue of all the clutter here. Gives it like that lived-in feeling. I am absolutely impressed with how well it's adhering to the traditional aesthetic while maintaining contemporary design language. It really does. This house does a really, really good job at it. It really does. I mean, absolutely kudos to the creator. Once again, Chelsea, I love everything you've done here. Again, you know, as I always say, there's a few things I would have done differently, and there's a few things that could be done differently with just like a second pass, like the dining room in here. But absolutely wonderful work here. Let's go up to the second floor and see if we can continue. Oh, I like the beams. I've done this before with the beams as well. Absolutely. The beams, the idea of using the beams is actually, it's a wonderful idea. It really does bring a whole lot more to a ceiling without just being blank and flat. It makes it three-dimensional. It gives you like this compartmentalized thought process. I like this poster. I really like this poster. That's a good one. I like that. Got a second laundry room up here. I'm guessing this is more for like the private area up at the top of this these stairs. This area up here feels a lot more like it's meant to be inhabited by a separate group from those downstairs. So I'm guessing the bedroom behind this wall in the bathroom, that's the master bedroom and master bathroom. One of the biggest complaints I hear a lot of times when it comes to when I've done private IT work is that the older inhabitants of a home prefer to stay on the ground floor and not have to go upstairs. And a large part of that is just aging knees, aging ankles, aging back, things like that. There's nothing wrong with it. That's not a problem. It's just something you have to consider when you talk about how the design of a house is set up. So down here is probably where the parents would stay. And then, of course, they have access to their bedroom, their bathroom. They have access to a second half bath over there. The outdoor area has access directly to a bathroom there. So everything on the ground floor is pretty well self-contained. As a result, what would be up here would have to be therefore, I'm guessing the children or possibly even grandchildren that would stay up on the second level more often than not. And that really reflects in the difference of design language and the design of the furniture that's available as soon as you get to the top of those stairs. Here we have like a small piano. Of course, you know, it's just a basic upright piano. But here we have a couple of electric guitars. It's not something I would expect to find in a farmhouse, but more than that, the aesthetic of the farmhouse has a lot of plants, has a lot of greenery, has a lot of this natural atmosphere to it that works with the design language just as much as anything else is part of the house. But up here, as soon as we get up here, we see a lot of electronics. We see a lot of work with like computers as well as music and sound. We see a lot more where it wasn't really well planned, so they just kind of threw the couch where they could get it. And of course, this is a much smaller couch because it had to come upstairs. It's much easier to move around in and around, etc. So of course we have like a small child's art station here, or activity craft station. We have a few games and a few things that are stacked up in here for when you have like friends over, that kind of thing. So I'm guessing that these are probably going to be like the kids' rooms. I see 4 doors here immediately. And of course, over here we have the a couple of computers. Look, I don't know. Is there a second computer? I'm guessing it's just a laptop and a second monitor to go with this laptop. Got some art supplies. Got a couple of things here and there to kind of... I wouldn't even really say to entertain them. This might actually be the hobbies of the people who live here. They might be into like art or music, or they might be into like video games. They might be into a few different things. I mean, there's not really anything that's a hard definition of what you're into or what you wouldn't be into. Nice chibi Elsa. So anyway, we've got, well, I'm not going to say whether this is a boy or girl's room because I don't want to go there. But yeah, I'm going to say it's a very effeminate room. That's what I'm going to say. Okay? That's what I'm going to say. There's a very effeminate room, has a lot of pastel, a lot of, I wouldn't really even say pink. It's kind of like this purplish pink. Has a lot of like little knickknacks here and there. Mostly just a very bare bones basic room. Nothing that really screams this is where they want to be all their time. I'm guessing that's what this room in here is for, is just to be like a catch-all for everything that doesn't get put into these rooms. So, separating out the toilet and the shower, and I'm guessing that's because this is another bedroom. Yes, okay. So it looks like, yeah, I got a computer in here, like a full computer. Very masculine design language. A lot of blues, which are, again, because you have the pink over there, you got a lot of blues over here. That's the, and I noticed there's a bunk bed here, but there's only one letter, L. L is real. A little bit of Mario 64 humor there. So, of course, when you have the bathroom like this that's connected to two different rooms, you want to separate off the toilet and shower, because that makes the room actually usable by both parties rather than just by one at a time. So, of course, we have the bunk bed here, but again, I only see one letter. So I'm not quite sure what's going on there. Maybe for like with friends over, that kind of thing. Who knows? So I saw two more doors right over here. I'm going to go in this one first. And here we have a full bathroom. So I'm guessing this is probably the bedroom that goes with that bathroom. Absolutely it is. And I see that, so yeah, there's nothing else to it. All right. So yeah, over here, again, it looks like we have another effeminate room. Looks like a toddler, younger child, if I had to guess. I see the letter on the wall there. So let's see. Yeah, a lot of toys, a lot of younger child. I can't talk today. Younger child effects, that kind of thing. Very, very different design language from the rest of the house when you go into these rooms. It definitely feels like the room was very much made for the specific occupant, which honestly is perfectly fine. There's nothing wrong with that, especially when you have, I'll be honest with you, when you have the kind of money that's required to own a house like this, between the property taxes as well as the cost of purchase, you probably have the money, the time, and the resources to design each room specifically for your children. As someone who has a young child, and I actually mentioned at the beginning of this video, I have a 2-year-old daughter, and I would absolutely do this. This is something that would absolutely be on my list if I had the time and resources right now. She would be getting her own room, and it would be painted whatever color she wanted, and I wouldn't care. I'd do it immediately. If she wanted it different, then I would do that immediately. It doesn't really matter to me. So that's going to be it for this one. Absolutely lovely work. Once again, Chelsea, love your work. I look forward to seeing more of what you have. I may not do it in videos, but I will definitely be looking for your content in the future to just look at for myself, kind of steal ideas from. But that's going to be it, my guys. Have a good one. Cheers.